Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together.
Hotter than a sauna. I got more bucks, got more white than a bitch named Madonna. Little nigga, come check my status. Mike ain't never been average. I make it happen.
Okay, girls, move. Oh, what's that?
Nothing.
What is it?
Nothing. It's a plant that I rescued.
From where?
From the plant shelter.
You can't keep calling the garden center a plant shelter.
You say tomato and I say mind your fucking business.
Honestly.
Today starts the journey of me growing a mango in water. Start out by removing the seed. Yep, this one. Next, you're going to go ahead and remove this paper-like layer. This helps prevent mold. Next, grab a towel and wring out as much water as you can. Place your seed in a container and let germinate until you have a root. This is about a month later. I used this metal string. I suspended it over water, making sure that the roots were fully covered and placed in a bright spot.
Like this. Flip it twice. Place your plant. Pull this through that little loop. You're going to pull that whole thing over the plant. You're going to take these two side things and put that over that piece you just pulled through. And then you're going to grab this middle part right here. And you're going to pull it tight. And just keep pulling. Just like that. Pull it together. Just like that. And then you kind of adjust the knots to make it all.
Hold me closer, hold me fast. Magic spell you cast. This is la vie en rose. When you kiss me, I'm inside, and though I close my eyes, I see la vie en rose. When you press me.
なんだこれはあれじゃん。
絶対わかる。ちょっと見て。何それ。
これはサボテンポットですか？わお。かわいい。かわいいね。1、2、3、4、5、6、7です。1、2、3、サボテンのこのほら、このスモールなのがいっぱい出てきたの。
じゃあ元気だ。
そう。じゃあこれでお父さんの森を作ります。
はい、誕生日おめでとう。
friends, welcome back to Fun with Lekka. I'm going to be moving my alocasia maharani from soil to Lekka. I've had this Lekka soaking for 3 days, but we're going to set her aside and go to town cleaning these roots. This is the soil she came in. She is with child. This leaf was coming out when I got it, and then I got this big leaf, and now put out this tiny one, so I have a suspicion, yes, there's a thick chunk of peat moss or cocoa core, whatever, in the center. I just prefer to let my roots breathe. Now it looks like we've got most of the dirt off, but we can't stop here. With the way that Lekka stays so evenly moist, any of the soil that stays on the roots will be wet all the time and can lead to rot or fungus. After a very long time of running her under the water and just massaging the soil off is what we're at. I could be even more thorough because there are little bits of soil, but like I should to do today. This will be her water reservoir. I got this from Target for only $8 and it does have a little plug. I'll put a few in there and then plop her in and then fill her up. If you're newer to Lekka, I do recommend starting with something like a philodendron. This is not a nutrient video. These are the ones that I use, but they're in these. I'm filling this with water about 1/3 of the way, and I'm adding like 2 drops of each of the nutrients and stirring in between. And now my maharani is in Lekka. She may droop a little bit over the next couple of days, but she'll perk back up. Have a good day.
Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun.
Here it is. It doesn't look like much, but there's a lot more to it, trust me. I'm going to go ahead and skip showing you the gloves, the seeds, and the soil. We'll get to that later to reveal the rest of the plantybox. Okay, now for the fun part. So each of these 5 boxes inside slide out and stack against each other like that. We're going to build an entire tower out of these frames that we're going to fill up with that soil later. And yes, that soil expands by like 5 times its size. It's ridiculous.
Down the little nigga, come check my status. Mike ain't never been average. I make it happen. Give me.
Judging by the texture and color of the stem, it looks like your plant is long gone. Sorry about your loss. Next time, don't water your cactus so much. And give it plenty of love.
Here's a few easy ways you can grow strawberries at home. The first way is to slice off the skin. Those little dots that you see, those are the seeds, and just pop them on top of your soil mix. Cover them up gently, and give it a good water. The second way is just to drop the whole thing in, and again cover it up with your soil mix. Third way is to poke out the seeds. Now I've shown you this one before on the channel, and just sprinkle them over gently. Again cover it up and give it a good water. We're going to race these 3 methods against each other, so I'm going to keep them side by side. Thank you guys.
Es mi papá.
Hola.
Y me encanta hacer videos para TikTok. Él me manda sus videos por WhatsApp y yo se los edito. Desde la semana pasada estamos subiendo videos a TikTok y no se imaginan la felicidad de mi papá. O sea, ahora graba hasta 3 videos por día porque, bueno, mi papá también está desempleado desde que su empresa quebró en el 2017. Nosotros somos de Venezuela. Pero mi papá ama las plantas, obviamente yo también. Y, saben, siempre hemos sido él y yo. Él siempre me ha apoyado toda la vida en todas las cosas que he querido hacer y porque yo no apoyarlo en las cosas que ahora él quiere hacer cuando está en un momento difícil, ¿saben? Al final es en las buenas y en las malas, no simplemente.
So apparently drinking lettuce water makes you sleepy.
Okay, so what she's saying is somewhat true, but there's actually more fascinating side effects. And she used iceberg lettuce and she should have used romaine. So anyway, romaine lettuce, or Latuca sativa, is native to Egypt. Don't even get me started on why it's named after Rome and not Egypt, but I'm sure you could take a guess. By studying excavated hieroglyphics and papyri, we now know that ancient Egyptians used lettuce as a hypnotic and as an aphrodisiac. And after chemical analysis, we now know that they were right. Plants in the Latuca genus secrete a milky white sap. It's called lacticarium, and it contains chemical compounds such as lactosin and lactocopicrin. And those compounds induce sleep, lucid dreaming, and they have potent pain-killing effects, which is why it's sometimes referred to as lettuce opium. But it also contains chemicals that are known to elicit sexual desire. Like and follow for part 2.
Look what I made! Look what I made! Look what I made! You see that? Dog, I made that with some acrylics. Don't play with my interior. Don't play with my interior design!
My friend Catherine likes to decorate. She lives in this gorgeous Brooklyn apartment with her husband. She's always had a thing for plants, so everything's bright and open. the details kept just so. Every day, she makes sure there's something to eat, and that her love is comfortable. On my most recent visit, I caught them after their afternoon card game, and offered to take a picture of the lovely couple. They happily agreed.